It was just an old hat till he put it on me. Now every time I wear it, it feels a little like him. He pulled up in that old Ford truck, dust on the tires, radio up, late day sun and a gravel road, that crooked smile I'm trying not to know. He said, girl, you look good in red dirt light. I rolled my eyes, said, boy, that line ain't right. But I was smiling when he laughed at me, and my heart was softer than it ought to be. We were leaning on the fence out by the field, talking about nothing, just killing time for real. Then the wind picked up and I brushed my hair. He took off his hat and said it right there on my head like it belonged, like he knew I'd wear it home. And something in me shifted then, like falling starts real slow. His hat on my head, my heart in his hand, standing in the sunset out on his land. I laughed and said, boy, don't get used to this. But he leaned in close and stole a little kiss. It smelled like leather dust and summer air, and suddenly I didn't want to give it back there. I guess that's how love sneaks in instead, with his hat on my head. Hat on my head. I wore it riding down a county lane, on the tailgate sitting in a little rain. He said, looks better on you than me, and Lord, that did something sweet to me. Mama laughed when I walked in the door, said, that ain't your hat, who you fooling for? Daddy looked up with a half-green smile, like he'd seen it coming all the while. I set it down then, picked it up again, like somehow that old brim held him in. And every time I put it on just right, I could still feel his hands that night on my head, like a quiet claim not to own me, just to say my name. And I ain't the kind to fall too fast, but some things fit and some things last. His hat on my head, my heart in his hand, standing in the sunset out on his land. I laughed and said, boy, don't get used to this. But he leaned in close and stole a little kiss. It smelled like leather dust and summer air, and suddenly I didn't want to give it back there. I guess that's how love sneaks in instead, with his hat on my head. It wasn't diamonds, it wasn't roses, wasn't some big line everybody knows, just a simple thing, but Lord, it hit me deep, how a little old hat could wreck me sweet. I've had men try to hold me tight, try to clip my wings and call it a ride, but he just smiled and let me be, then gave me something of his easy. And maybe that's why I let my guard down, 'cause love looks simple in that little town. No big promises, no fancy thread, just his heart and his hat on my head. His hat on my head, stars coming out. I knew I was gone before I figured it out. His hat on my head, moon over the pines, I wore it home and he stayed on my mind. His hat on my head, my heart in his hand, standing in the sunset out on his land. I laughed and said, boy, don't get used to this. But I was already falling with every kiss. It smelled like leather dust and summer air, and suddenly I didn't want to give it back there. I guess that's how love sneaks in instead, with his hat on my head. Mine's hanging by my doorway, but I know where it ought to be, somewhere between his smile and the way he looks at me. It was just an old hat till he put it on me. Now every time I wear it, it feels a little like we